My garden needs more than just good intentions.
Joy Lab.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tanya Lehman, the Speaking Confidence Coach. I help introverts communicate with confidence without changing your introvert nature so you can thrive in leadership, in relationships, and in the workplace. Once a year, our local water conservation garden hosts something called Tomato Mania. Hundreds of varieties of tomatoes for home gardeners to choose from. There are tomatoes of every size, shape, and even color. Last year, I was out of town at a speaking engagement when Tomato Mania happened. So I asked my husband to pick out some tomato plants for me. And he did a great job. If your gardening strategy is choosing plants entirely based on their names, he came home with varieties called Tomato Taxi, Piggly Wiggly's French Black, and my favorite, Rebel Starfighter Prime, which is how I ended up with the most interesting garden I've ever grown. Every year, I have a vision for my garden: fresh tomatoes, beautiful rows, abundance. And every year, I start with the best intentions. Some years, I water, weed, and tend the garden consistently, and I get an amazing harvest. Other years, those poor plants are out there fighting for their lives. Same garden, same potential, very different results. And it made me realize something. Success doesn't come from good intentions. It comes from clear vision and consistent action. Today, we're talking about defining your vision and goals, because you can't just plant seeds. You have to decide what you're growing. The first step to defining your vision and goal is, well, define what success looks like. Most people say they want success, but they've never clearly defined what success actually means. They say things like, I want more money. I want less stress. I want a better work-life balance. But that's like saying, I want tomatoes. Okay, which tomatoes? What are you actually trying to grow? If you don't define success, it's very difficult to move forward towards it. And this is something that I see all the time with introverts and quiet professionals. Because when you're thoughtful and adaptable, it's easy to drift into someone else's definition of success, someone else's priorities, someone else's expectations. You become so busy meeting the needs of everyone around you that you never stop to ask, what do I really want? And before you know it, you're working hard, but not towards something you intentionally chose. Success might mean getting a full night's sleep consistently, having time for your family, paying off debt, speaking up confidently in meetings, starting a business, leading a team. The specific goal matters less than the clarity, because when your vision is clear, your decisions become easier, and clarity creates confidence. The second step to defining your vision and goals is set simple, actionable goals. Now, we've all heard this, okay, but do we do it? A vision without action is just a wish. You can't plant tomatoes and then wish them into existence. You need a plan. Now, here's something I've noticed about introverts and thoughtful professionals. You don't struggle with laziness. You struggle with overthinking and overcommitting. You want to do everything well. You take on too much, and everything seems important. So instead of moving forward with confidence, you feel scattered, pulled in 10 different directions. And when you're scattered, you hesitate. You second guess yourself. You stay quiet. You postpone decisions. That's why I encourage people to focus on their top 3 priorities, not 33, because focused attention creates momentum, and momentum builds confidence. When you know what matters most, you spend less energy wondering what to do next. You simply take the next step. And every small step reinforces the belief that you're making progress. Before I share the third step to defining your vision and goals is, well, please take a moment to click like and subscribe. It helps more quiet professionals find their voice by finding my YouTube videos. And if what I'm saying resonates with you, look below for more resources. Let's work together, because becoming an introvert who can confidently speak up is the most effective way to build stronger relationships, earn respect at work, and share your ideas where they matter most. The third step to defining your vision and goals is define your chief aim. Now, this may be the most important step of all. Define your chief aim, your guiding direction, the answer to the question, what am I really building? Because life will constantly pull at your attention. You know this. Requests, opportunities, problems, other people's urgency. And this can be especially challenging to introverts. Many introverts are thoughtful, helpful, and highly responsible. You don't want to let people down, so you say yes a lot. But then your focus isn't clear. You end up busy without necessarily moving closer to what matters most. A chief aim acts like a compass. It helps you decide what deserves your energy and what doesn't. When your chief aim is clear, something powerful happens. You don't just work harder, you work with intention. You know what to say yes to. And just as importantly, you know what to say no to. And that's where confidence really begins. Not in being louder, but not in being more outgoing, but in being clear. Clear about your values, clear about your priorities, clear about your direction. Because your focus helps determine your future. That's your direction. That's your garden. So here's what I've learned from tomatoes and from life. You can't control everything, but you can choose what you plant. Define what success looks like. Set simple, actionable goals and stay focused on your chief aim, because success isn't about doing more. It's about growing something on purpose. And for those of us who are a little quieter, a little more thoughtful, clarity is what gives us confidence. Clarity is what helps us speak up. Clarity is what allows us to make an impact. You don't need to be louder to succeed. You just need to be clear about what you're growing. I'm Tanya Lehman. You are valuable. You can speak up.
Joy Lab. Learning done right.
Learn more with Joy Lab. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Visit us at www.joylab.biz. Thank you.